Sup, my people. Mairuzu here, and I am back with another video.
Finally, you haven't uploaded in fucking 2 weeks.
And in today's video, I wanted to talk about a game that just recently has been announced for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC coming next year in 2018. So this new game is currently being developed by the studio behind Killer Instinct, Iron Galaxy, and publisher Maximum Games, titling the game Extinction, which apparently to some people looks like a take on the premise of Attack on Titan and the characters of World of Warcraft.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping.
Yeah, I guess I can see it. Now, in this game, you play as one of the world's last guardians and must defend the world's cities from rampaging ogres and the other monsters that follow their lead. The game's gameplay will be based around freestyle combat like wall runs and also different, maneuvers that you can do in order to traverse around the monsters that are surrounding you. The studio has stated that you can effectively traverse the giant beasts and expose their weak points, progressing along different skill trees to develop a path best suited to your playstyle.
Now, as far as exposing their weak points, that sounds a little bit too much like something I know.
Now, apparently the game is also stated by the studio that it will offer players a deep story campaign with dynamic side missions. The side missions I could probably understand, it would give the game longevity, but just due to what this sort of game revolves around, in terms of its gameplay style, it's very similar to a very repetitive game that I do know, and also games of, that given genre. So I'm actually curious as to whether or not they can actually, provide substance to the game, because I want longevity with my games. I want to play them long. I want to enjoy them to the fullest extent, and to the point into which I can keep playing this game until I find another game in which I want to play. I want them to be, having a lot of content within it. I actually want my money's worth for the game. But when it comes to games like this, I'm quite fearful as to what this game could become later down the line, because of just its simple premise, because there are so many other games like this that follow the same recycled, repetitive nature. However, the studio has also gone on to say that apparently each player's experience will be varied, as the landscapes and battle situations are never identical. Also, apparently players will also have availability to play a Extinction mode, which is basically like a wave-based mode in the game, in which you can take on waves of ogres and other monsters that are following their lead as well. So kind of think of like a Gears of War HORDE mode, or also Call of Duty Nazi Zombies mode, stuff of that nature we will be able to see in the game as well. And players can also create and share their own custom, less narrative-focused scenarios. Alright, so the game will provide a wave-based Extinction mode within the game, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely play that with some friends. I mean, just hop in like, into a arena of 4, characters taking on waves of enemies. I think that would be pretty cool to play with friends. I mean, that would be kind of exciting. It would just add a little bit more fun and interactive content within the game. So I am all for that. Now, as far as providing a deep story within the game and possibly being able to share your own custom, less narrative-focused scenarios, basically creating your own story, apparently from what they are saying, or non-focused story, in which I guess you can just take on waves of enemies. See, that's the thing here. That's the thing here. It says that you can create and share your own custom, less narrative-focused scenarios. So obviously, this means that not much, story will be provided. So you can't really create much of a story here to begin with, just due to the premise. I mean, honestly, this is just a game about attacking, ogres, and probably if there is multiplayer involved in the game, I guess it would all revolve around which player can rack up the most points by taking off limbs of these enemies and just taking down the most enemies in general. So it's like, I don't know how I really feel about this game right yet. I definitely do need to see more news. I mean, I am kind of interested to see what these guys can do, but as far as what we have seen as gamers, this is very reminiscent to Attack on Titan's game, or just the premise of the anime itself. And also you have the characters from World of Warcraft in here. I mean, more or less the ogres. But I mean, honestly, I don't really know how this game will do in the future when it comes out with its official release. Sure, we have one more year until, you know, this game, you know, is finally released, you know, so there is a whole bunch of time that the studio can develop future content to add on and just polish the game in general, and we haven't really seen gameplay yet, so I can't really say much about the gameplay, just what it's about. However, the studio Iron Galaxy did state that the game will be shown behind closed doors, quote unquote, at E3 later this month, so we don't have to wait too long to actually, you know, see the gameplay for the game, as, you know, E3 is only a couple days away. I mean, we are already in the month of June, so we don't have to wait too long to actually see the gameplay for this game. So I'm very curious as to what this game will play like in the future, and I just want to see what, you know, this game could possibly do different, you know, with games of this, you know, of the similar genre that this game contains. Like, I just don't want to, you know, have another hack and slash sort of sandbox, you know, type of game into which it's just recycled content, you know, just keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. I want to see what the longevity of the game will be like. We still have another year until this game comes out, so I mean, there's still a year's worth of content to add in. So for that, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what that could possibly be. But yeah, guys, I think that about does it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys some news and my own personal thoughts as to the announcement of this game titled Extinction. Do you guys think this is an Attack on Titan clone? Just, I don't know. Let me know your overall thoughts in the comments down below as to what you think about the game's presentation from what we have seen so far. Just let me know if you're interested in this game. I'm not personally 100% sold yet, but I am curious as to what this game can become. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content from me, hit that red subscribe button down below, and you will never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, everyone. Thank you all for watching. I'm Mairuzu, and I'm signing out.